Hello and a very warm welcome back to Young at Heart. Tonight we're stepping into the quiet hours, the moments when we believe we're safest, tucked away in our beds. But what if I told you that for many of us over 60, the very way we approach these nighttime hours could be setting the stage for a silent health crisis? Imagine George, 72, a vibrant grandfather. He wakes up suddenly one night, his head spinning. His left arm feels heavy, his words are slurred. George is having a stroke. And the terrifying part, subtle, seemingly harmless habits he'd adopted over the years, especially before sleep, were unknowingly contributing to his risk. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on these hidden nighttime dangers. We'll explore exactly how common evening routines can dramatically increase stroke risk after 65. We'll hear insights from Dr. Anya Sharma, a renowned sleep neurologist who has dedicated her career to understanding the brain's nocturnal vulnerabilities. And most importantly, we'll give you actionable, science-backed strategies you can implement tonight to safeguard your brain and truly rest easy. Stay with us, because this information could be life-changing. Our golden years, a time for wisdom, family, and enjoying the fruits of our labor. But as our bodies age, they also become more susceptible to certain health challenges. Stroke, unfortunately, is a significant one. Statistics show it's a leading cause of serious long-term disability in adults over 65. But why this increased vulnerability? As we age, our blood vessels naturally lose some of their youthful elasticity. Think of them like garden hoses that have been out in the sun for years, a bit stiffer, a bit narrower. Plaque can accumulate, and our body's internal maintenance crew, responsible for repairs, just isn't as spry as it once was. This means conditions are more favorable for clots to form, or for pressure to build, and the brain is often the first to feel the impact. But here's the crucial insight. It's not just about the inevitable march of time. It's often about specific, often innocent choices we make, particularly as the day winds down. These choices can either support our aging bodies or inadvertently add to their burden. Dr. Anya Sharma, who has worked with countless seniors on neurological health, often speaks about what she terms nocturnal chaos syndrome. This isn't a formal diagnosis, but a way to describe a cascade of seemingly small nighttime missteps that together create a perfect storm for vascular events like stroke. The core issue? We inadvertently disrupt our body's natural, vital wind-down process. In our modern lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of the late-night rush and the unsettled system. This could mean eating a heavy meal too close to bedtime, engaging in stimulating screen time right before trying to sleep, or even how and when we hydrate. This rush, even if it's just mental stress from a late movie or worrying about tomorrow, keeps our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight mode, active. Ideally, as evening approaches, our parasympathetic system, our rest and digest mode, should take the lead, calming our heart rate, relaxing our muscles, and preparing us for deep, restorative sleep. When this delicate handover is fumbled, our brain pays the price. One very common aspect of this unsettled system is how we manage our hydration in the evening. We all know water is life, but timing is everything, especially as we age. Gulping down a large glass of water right before turning in might seem like a healthy habit, but for many seniors, this leads directly to nocturia, the need to wake up multiple times to use the bathroom. Each time you wake, rouse yourself, and get out of bed, you're not just interrupting your sleep. If you stand up too quickly, you can experience orthostatic hypotension, that sudden dizziness or head rush when your blood pressure momentarily drops. For a senior with already vulnerable blood vessels, this can briefly reduce blood flow to the brain. A recent study in the Journal of Sleep Health highlighted a concerning link. For older adults, each nighttime bathroom trip can cause a temporary spike in cortisol, the stress hormone, and destabilize blood pressure. These aren't massive fluctuations, but think of them as tiny, repeated tremors on a delicate bridge. Over time, they can weaken the structure. Furthermore, these repeated awakenings fragment your sleep. You miss out on those crucial deep sleep stages where your brain does its most important housekeeping. And if you have underlying conditions like sleep apnea, frequent waking and resettling can actually worsen your breathing patterns, further stressing your cardiovascular system. It's a chain reaction, often starting with that seemingly innocent late-night glass of water. So how do we stay hydrated without falling into this nocturnal trap? Dr. Sharma offers her Twilight Trio, 3 simple rules for kidney kindness and brain protection. Rule number 1, the sundown sip rule. Aim to stop any significant fluid intake at least 2 hours before your intended bedtime. Think of it as giving your kidneys and bladder their own wind-down period. This allows them to process fluids before you lie down for the night, significantly reducing the chances of those disruptive midnight awakenings. Rule number 2, daytime deluge, evening ebb. Concentrate the bulk of your hydration earlier in the day. Your body is a daytime processor. It's more efficient at utilizing fluids when you're active, when your metabolism is higher. Aim for your 6 to 8 glasses, or whatever your doctor recommends. But try to consume most of it before, say, 7 p.m. Don't try to catch up on your water intake in the last hours before bed. Rule number 3, the Smart Sip solution. If you genuinely feel thirsty close to bedtime, or if you need water to take medication, opt for small, conscious sips rather than a full glass, and be mindful of what you're drinking in the evening. Steer clear of sugary drinks. They're a roller coaster for your blood sugar and can disrupt sleep. Avoid caffeine, obviously, as it's a stimulant and a diuretic. And be cautious with alcohol. While it might make you feel sleepy initially, it ultimately dehydrates you and severely fragments the later stages of your sleep. Instead, if you need something, a very small amount of water, or perhaps a tiny diluted cup of naturally caffeine-free herbal tea like chamomile, known for its calming properties, taken well before the 2-hour cutoff, might be okay. But plain water in small sips is usually best if you're thirsty late. Moving beyond what you drink, how you lie in bed can be a surprisingly powerful factor in your nighttime brain health. It's what Dr. Sharma calls the gravity game. For many years, sleeping flat on your back was often touted as good for spinal alignment. However, for seniors, this position can present hidden challenges. When you lie completely flat, the venous drainage from your brain, the return of blood back to your heart, can be slightly impeded. Gravity isn't helping as much. Furthermore, the flow of cerebrospinal fluid, which plays a key role in clearing waste products from the brain during sleep, can also be less efficient. For some, this can lead to transient increases in intracranial pressure. Imagine a gently flowing river. Lying completely flat can sometimes create unintended, subtle dams in your body's natural drainage and cleansing systems, especially if your veins aren't as resilient as they once were. This position can also significantly worsen snoring and sleep apnea by allowing the tongue and soft tissues to fall back and obstruct the airway. So what's the solution? Dr. Sharma recommends the gentle incline, elevating your head and upper torso by just 10 to 30 degrees can make a remarkable difference. You can achieve this with a specialized wedge pillow, an adjustable bed, or even by securely propping up the head end of your mattress. It's not about sleeping sitting bolt upright, but simply giving gravity a helping hand to facilitate optimal fluid dynamics in and around your brain. Additionally, Many studies suggest that sleeping on your left side can be beneficial, particularly for digestion and potentially for lymphatic drainage from the brain. While there's no single perfect position for everyone, avoiding the completely flat position is a key takeaway for seniors. Your bedroom should be a haven of rest, a true sanctuary. But often, elements within this personal space can subtly work against your sleep quality and cardiovascular health. Let's start with temperature tactics. Many seniors prefer a very warm bedroom, fearing cold or stiffness. However, research consistently shows that a cooler room is better for sleep. The ideal range is generally between 16 to 19 degrees Celsius, or about 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. A room that's too warm can interfere with your body's natural temperature drop that signals sleep, leading to more restlessness, and for some sensitive individuals, it can even affect nighttime blood pressure regulation. Next, consider light's long shadow. We live in a world saturated with blue light from smartphones, tablets, and televisions. This light is particularly disruptive in the evening because it powerfully suppresses the production of melatonin, your brain's primary sleep hormone. It's like telling your internal melatonin factory to take an unscheduled, extended break right when you need it most. Dr. Sharma advises a digital sundown at least 90 minutes before bed. If you must use screens, install blue light filters or wear blue light blocking glasses. Opt for warm, amber, or red-toned lighting in your bedroom in the evening, rather than bright overhead lights. Finally, there's the unseen buzz, electromagnetic fields, or EMFs. While the scientific jury is still delivering a final verdict on the definitive links for everyone, many wellness experts, including Dr. Sharma, suggest that creating an electronically quieter sleep space is a prudent step. Simple measures include keeping your phone on airplane mode and away from your bedside table, ensuring your Wi-Fi router isn't in or right next to the bedroom, and turning off unnecessary electronic devices. The goal is to minimize any potential interference with your body's subtle electrical systems during this vital restorative period. To actively counter the nocturnal chaos and prepare your body and mind for deep, healing sleep, Dr. Sharma champions what she calls the peaceful prelude, a series of simple rituals to signal safety and calm to your nervous system. Ritual number 1, the sunset stretch. About 30 minutes before bed, engage in 5 to 10 minutes of gentle, mindful movements. This isn't a workout. Think slow neck rolls, gentle shoulder shrugs, easy spinal twists while seated, or ankle circles. The aim is to release physical tension, like wringing out the day's stress from your muscles, and to improve circulation slightly before you become still for the night. Ritual number 2, the breath balance. Your breath is a powerful tool to influence your nervous system. Try a simple technique like box breathing. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale slowly for 4, and hold the breath out for 4. Repeat for a few minutes. Or try the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. These patterns directly stimulate the vagus nerve, helping to shift you from that alert, fight or flight state into the calming rest and digest mode. Ritual number 3, the sensory anchor. Our brains love consistency. Create a specific, calming sensory cue that you only associate with winding down for sleep. This could be a consistent, soothing scent like a drop of lavender or bergamot oil on a tissue by your bed, never directly on skin without dilution. It might be a specific, very quiet soundscape, perhaps gentle nature sounds, or a specific piece of calm, instrumental music, not stimulating, or even a comforting texture, like a particularly soft blanket you only use as you prepare for sleep. Over time, This anchor creates a powerful Pavlovian response, signaling to your brain that it's time to switch off and prepare for rest. Finally, we must address a critical and often overlooked area: your nighttime medications and supplements. While prescribed with the best intentions, the timing of certain medications, or their combination with other pills or even natural supplements, can inadvertently increase risks. One common concern is the BP roller coaster. Some blood pressure medications, especially diuretics, if taken too late at night, can cause your blood pressure to drop too low during sleep. Nocturnal hypotension, potentially reducing blood flow to the brain. It's vital to discuss the optimal timing of all your heart medications with your doctor. Sometimes, shifting a dose to earlier in the day can make a significant difference. Then there's the sedation overlap. Mixing prescription sleep aids with over-the-counter PM medications, which often contain antihistamines or even some natural sedatives like valerian root or kava, without explicit medical approval, can be risky. More isn't always merrier. It can lead to oversedation, suppressed breathing, increased risk of falls if you get up, and profound next-day grogginess. Be aware of the bleeding risk cocktail. If you're on anticoagulants or antiplatelet drugs, blood thinners, be extremely cautious with supplements like high-dose fish oil, ginkgo biloba, vitamin E, or even turmeric in large quantities, as these can also have blood-thinning effects. Combining them without your doctor's knowledge could dangerously increase your risk of bleeding, including brain bleeds. And remember, the statin scramble. The interaction between grapefruit and certain statins is well known, as grapefruit can dramatically increase the drug's concentration in your bloodstream. But other, less common interactions can also occur with various medications. The crucial message here is this: this is not medical advice to change your medications. Instead, it's a very strong encouragement to have a dedicated medication review with your doctor or pharmacist. Bring everything you take: prescriptions, over-the-counter drugs, vitamins, and herbal supplements, and specifically discuss the timing of your nighttime doses and any potential interactions. Full disclosure is your best protection. Why is all of this so important? Because while you sleep, your brain isn't just off. It's incredibly active, performing vital maintenance. One of its most critical tasks is carried out by the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's dedicated nighttime cleaning crew. During deep sleep, this system flushes out metabolic byproducts, toxins, and cellular waste that accumulate during your waking hours, including the proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, as well as inflammatory molecules that can damage blood vessels. All the strategies we've discussed tonight, from smart hydration and optimal sleep positions to creating a calm bedroom environment, practicing pre-sleep rituals, and ensuring safe medication use, have one ultimate profound goal: to allow your glymphatic system to do its job efficiently and effectively. When sleep is deep and uninterrupted, your brain can cleanse and repair itself, building resilience against stroke and cognitive decline. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, I invite you to think of George and to remember that the small, conscious choices you make in the hours before sleep can add up to profound protection for your brain. It's not about living in fear. It's about becoming empowered with knowledge and taking informed action. Take a fresh look at your late evening habits. Could you adjust your hydration timing? Optimize your sleep position? Create a more sleep-conducive bedroom? Perhaps schedule that medication review? Here at Young at Heart, we firmly believe that every day and every night offers a chance to live healthier, stronger, and more vibrantly, no matter your age. These nighttime adjustments aren't burdens. They are powerful tools in your personal wellness toolkit, helping you protect your precious brain health for all the years to come. What's one change, big or small, that you're inspired to make after watching this? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your experiences and insights benefit our entire community. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Young at Heart and click that notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos packed with tips for thriving in your best years. Share this video with friends and loved ones, because looking out for each other is truly what keeps us all young at heart.